Hello and good morning from Alton Towers Resort. We've come to Alton Towers today on the second opening weekend of the season. Alton Towers did only open last weekend. We did have tickets booked for last weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, the opening day and the Sunday after, but we decided against coming on that day just because the operations weren't too good. I didn't know there wasn't going to be very good, but I had an inkling with the fact that it was going to be so busy with the opening day and Toxicator opening. So we've decided, we cancelled those. We are mailing annual pass holders, so we cancelled those and exchanged them for today, which is the second Sunday of opening. So we've come today to see if Alton Towers is any better than it was at the end of last season, apparently, and also at the beginning of this season, last week. Long waits for the rides, the queue times were not very good, the operations weren't too great, a lot of ride closures and stuff last week on opening day, so I'm glad we changed to the second opening weekend, so we're going to have a little look around now. This is the first time we've been for 18 months and we're all here today. It's a full set of the family today, so we're going to see what we can get done. We are going to try and do Toxicator. It's currently posting at a 10-minute wait. We've been in the park 5 minutes. It's now about 10:15. So it has just opened, but Toxicator is posting at a 10-minute wait and Nemesis is posting at a 20-minute wait. We do want to go to Nemesis because the other two kids, Maisie and Zach, have never ridden Nemesis. It was obviously closed the year we had our annual passes before for refurbishment into the new Nemesis, and before that they've never been able to do it, so this could be the first time they get to do Nemesis today. So that's what we're looking forward to doing the most, and then obviously Toxicator's in the area, so we'll try and do that while we're there as well, and we'll see what else we can get done. So we're going to see what it's like on the second opening weekend of the season. Let's hope we have a nice stress-free, not too busy Alton Towers kind of day. So the frogs have been themed to Toxicator security guards. So we're going to head this way and go straight into the Forbidden Valley to try and get on Nemesis first. And Toxicator, we'll see what the queues are like once we get there. But as I say, they're posting fairly low at the minute. Considering the car park was quite full, there was quite a bit of a queue. I've not really seen a queue that much to get in to the park before, but we have usually arrived a little bit earlier than what we have today. We didn't arrive until sort of, well, it's about 20 minutes later than we usually would because there was a diversion, there was an accident on the way and a bit of a diversion, so that added 20 minutes to our journey. So as I say, we are mailing annual pass holders, so we did have both Saturday and Sunday pre-booked for last week. We was going to stay over on the Saturday, but things just didn't work out. We had other things planned. We was unable to stay over, and then obviously we decided against the Saturday with it being opening day and Toxicator being extremely busy, or the park being busy because of Toxicator opening for that first day. So we cancelled the Saturday and was just going to come on the Sunday, but then we just thought we'll just leave it because it's opening weekend.
Rita's done one too.
Maisie's Alton Towers up with the merch. Yeah. Rita, Queen of Speed.
Yeah.
The Dark Forest. You excited?
Yeah.
It's been what, 18 months?
Yeah.
Since we've been here. The last time we was in Alton Towers was Scarefest 2023. Abby's going to get a picture, I think. Is Abby getting a picture with the Alton Towers bear? Who's this guy?
I've never seen him before.
I have. Did they just find a cheap bear suit somewhere? He's getting a cuddle. Yeah. You cuddle mascots more than you cuddle your parents.
He's laughing at you.
I don't know who that little Alton Towers bear is. I've never seen him before, but I don't know. Battle Galleons is going round. It's not the kind of day for Battle Galleons to get wet, but it's not cold. It's a bit of a dull grey sky, but it's not cold by any means, and it's not raining, but it's just a little bit dull. Right, shall we head this way through Katanga Canyon? The Sky Ride is supposed to be operational this season. They have said that it's going to be open in April after being closed for so long. But I think they've finally found the part that there was after, and it's going to be opening in April apparently, along with, what else did you say opens in April?
River Rapids.
The River Rapids.
And Hex.
Oh yeah, Hex. Hex has been closed for quite some time as well, hasn't it? I think
Was Hex
it opened, didn't it? When we was here, at the beginning of the season before last, X was open, wasn't it? On opening day, because we saw it open. And then I think it was only a few days after the opening day of the season 2 years ago that it closed, and it hadn't reopened since, I think. Right, so we're going to head through the Gangsta Canyon and head toward Nemesis. So we'll put you back up when we get there, and we'll have a look at the queue times. Just pop back on now just to say it is now 10:30. It is 10:30. We're in Gangsta Canyon and we've just passed the Wicker Man ride, and that is posting a 70-minute wait. 70 minutes for Wicker Man, and it's 10:30. This was on the crowd calendar for Alton Towers. It did state that last weekend was going to be an 85% day. As far as I'm aware, it did sell out, or almost got to the point of selling out, but it did say on the crowd calendar 85% for last Sunday. Today, on that same crowd calendar, it does state that it's a 35% capacity day. They expect on the crowd calendar for it to be 35% full today, so, and that's a 70-minute wait on Wicker Man, so I think we might be skipping that today. I don't think we'll be doing that. This won't be our first trip to Alton Towers this season. The last time we had mailing annual passes, the season before last. We didn't have anything last year because we did other things. The season before last, we was annual pass holders, and we did come to Alton Towers 6 times in that season. I don't think we'll be coming again that many times this time, because again, we've got some massive plans for other theme parks, not just in the UK but abroad as well, for this season. But we're hoping to come to Alton Towers maybe 2 or 3 times at least. Okay, so about 10 minutes later we've arrived at Forbidden Valley. So we'll see what they've done to this area now. They've put a chopper there. Nemesis Subterra, 5 minutes. Ah yeah, so this is the sort of new themed area, all to sort of run in line with Toxicator the ride, which we'll go take a look at in a second. But this is new. This is where the Nemesis cannon was on previous years. There's now a helicopter. And helicopter. Nemesis Subterra is posting a 5-minute wait. Look at that big helicopter, Albie. And this is where they got rid of the Blade pirate ship just behind here. So we're going to go see what the time posted for Nemesis is and compare that to Toxicator, and then we'll see. It'd be nice to do Toxicator if the Nemesis queue isn't going to get much higher than it is now. I mean, Nemesis doesn't usually get a higher queue time than sort of 20-35 minutes roughly nowadays. What would you rather do first, Maisie? Toxicator or Nemesis?
Nemesis.
There's Toxicator just over there. Nemesis Reborn is posting 20 minutes. So, what do you want to do first then? Nemesis or Toxicator?
Nemesis. This is the only thing I've seen. Forbidden Valley. They just put loads of theme into it, and they haven't touched X Sector for about 7 years.
Yeah, I know. They need to do something with X Sector. Right, do you 3 want to go do this then, and then you'll do it with me after?
Yeah.
Do you want to come sit down with me and have something to eat? Alright, these guys are going to go do Nemesis. Enjoy Nemesis. It's your first time. No, well, it's your first time on Nemesis Reborn. 20 minutes. Maisie and Zach's first time, so we'll catch up on them when they get out and see what they thought of Nemesis Reborn. You can't compare it to the original, but I'm interested to know what you feel of it. Go in. This is the first time that we've actually seen Nemesis Reborn since it reopened from Nemesis. The last time we came it was all boarded up because we was redoing it, and I've got to say, the theming of it, the presentation of it is just so much better than it was when it was Nemesis. We spent a lot of money on it, a lot of time, and it just looks so much better now as an attraction. I mean, just look at the theming of it, the presentation of it, this bit. So good. Okay, so we've not done it yet, but the ride has gone up. The ride queue time has gone up to 40 minutes now for Toxicator. Maisie, Kerry and Zach are still on Nemesis Reborn. We've just come round to have a little other look at Toxicator there, and we've just found this shop, this new shop, supply store, Bunker 94. We've not seen this before. This wasn't here the last time we visited Alton Towers 18 months ago. So let's take a little look in here. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, so this is the Nemesis themed shop. Some cool Nemesis stuff. There's sweets, ice creams. Let's have a look what there is, buddy. Toxicator cups, £12 for a Toxicator cup. Toxicator mug. Yeah, so there's some cool Nemesis stuff as well.
Is to be initiated only after civilians
Nemesis
have
mug.
safely departed the site. Your cooperation ensures the orderly execution of operations.
There's some really cool stuff in here, both themed to Toxicator and Nemesis Reborn. I'll have to show those guys when we've all had a ride on Toxicator and see what merch we can get for it. Okay, Maisie, Zach and Kerry have just come off Nemesis Reborn. Let's find out what they thought. Yeah? You like it?
Yeah.
Better than it was before,
Yeah.
as Nemesis?
Yeah. It's done a bit now.
As good as you'd expect?
Like the G-force.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah?
Really fast.
Enjoyed it? Are you going to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just gone on to go do Nemesis Reborn after these guys have just come off, and the queue time now has gone up to 55 minutes, so we thought we'll give that a skip and we'll go to Toxicator. Just nipped across the Toxicator and now Toxicator's closed. So from both of them being around 20 minutes, about 25 minutes later, now 55 for Nemesis and Toxicator has closed. So from quite a strong start for the first half an hour, it's not so good at the minute. We've given up on Toxicator because it's closed. So we've headed a little bit further down the road into Alton Manor, and this is one that Albie can do as well. 0.9 you have to be, 0.9 metres to ride, and he's 1.05, so he's able to ride it. He's just not able to ride it without an adult, but he has adults with him. Or he has one adult and me. We're going to go on this ride. First time doing Alton Manor as a 5. The last time we had to take it in turns because Albie wasn't big enough, so exciting. First time we can all do it. 10-minute wait posted. They do have such a huge queue system for this Alton Manor. I think during opening week or opening weekend 2 seasons ago, the 2023 season, it was a huge queue. I think they did fill all this area for it because it was opening weekend, and the queue went out and back down toward the runaway mine train as well. But ever since about 2 or 3 weeks into that season when it opened, it's not really gone above 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Most of the time it is usually either a walk-on or almost a walk-on. It says 10 minutes right now, but it takes you about 3 or 4 minutes to do the little walk around the queue system. So once you actually get into the building, you are a couple of minutes away from boarding the ride itself. It is a continually moving ride, which helps the queue. And it's what used to be the old Jewel. After this we'll check the queue times and see what else we can get on, but it's looking unlikely that we're going to be doing Toxicator or Nemesis Reborn anytime soon. As I say, Nemesis Reborn was posting a 55-minute wait. It had gone up from 20 almost immediately to 55, so the fact that it was 20 probably advertised it and sort of encouraged people to come over to this side. So we'll go into Alton Manor and catch up with you when we get out. Okay, we've just come off the Alton Manor. It was Albie's first time. He was a little bit scared, but he didn't burst out crying, which is a good thing. And that's the first time we've done that since the opening weekend, I believe. I think we maybe did it once more after that, but opening weekend 2 seasons ago we did Case at Alton Manor, and it wasn't anywhere near as good as it is now. So in the past 2 years they've actually made a lot of improvements with it. They've added a little bit of extra bits and special effects and things. I think there was a little part in there on opening weekend that we went through that was just like black screen with not really a lot happening. So they've changed all that, and it's really, really good now. I wasn't massively impressed the first time we did it a couple of years ago, but I really like that. If Albie would go on that again, I would take him on it again because that was good. I liked it. So massive improvement on that in the 2 years. Good stuff. Did you find that was different to the first time you rode it? They've added loads of bits, haven't they?
Yeah.
What did you guys think? Did you think it was better this time?
There is more stuff in it. There's still quite a bit of just blackness.
I don't know. I remember noticing it massively last time, and there being lots of areas where you're like, "Is something broken here?" You was going around and you was thinking, "Surely there should be something here," because it was just black for ages, and you was turning corners with nothing.
No, I think they've put some more things.
Yeah, they've definitely put more stuff in, and improved it, because I think the sound is better. There's more fog, isn't there? So there's more special effects and stuff and more lighting. So definitely, it's a definite improvement from opening weekend 2 seasons ago. We've got a complete blank year, haven't we, of Alton Towers, because we didn't do it in 2024 at all.
Didn't we?
Nope.
I went at least once.
No, in 2024 we didn't go to Alton Towers at all. We did Efteling, Portaventura, Flamingo Land. What else did we do? Skegness Pleasure Beach, Southend Adventure Island. We did Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, I did.
And we didn't do Alton Towers. We didn't do any mailing at all last year. So this marks our first day of mailing return. The Runaway Mine Train is that a 30-minute wait for Runaway Mine Train? Considering this is supposed to be a 35% capacity day, it's quite busy, isn't it? We've just had a look and 13 has gone down. So far this morning we've already had Rita go down, Toxicator go down, and 13 go down. Okay, we're just on our way now to Smiler, because Smiler is posted at a 40-minute wait, so I think we're prepared to wait 40 minutes for Smiler, because it is the best riding by far. Smiler, best?
Yeah?
Yeah, even though you've got a Rita top on, but Nemesis Reborn has gone down now. It's been literally about 3 minutes since I last said that the other rides have gone down. Nemesis Reborn is down and 13 has gone down. So what time are we now? It's about 11:30, I think. So in the first 11:53. So in the first 2 hours, we've had Nemesis Reborn go down, 13 go down, Rita go down, Toxicator down. So all we need now for a full house is Smiler, Wickerman, Oblivion and Galactica, and then everything would have gone down at some point, and there's still many hours to go yet. Today is a Sunday and it is one of the Alton After Dark days where the park is open till 8 PM, so it does get dark around 6:30, so you get about 90 minutes of sort of ride time in the dark. If that's what you want to do. I don't think we're going to be staying till that late this time because the kids have got school tomorrow and we've got a 2.5 hour drive home. So we're probably going to be leaving around 4 o'clock anyway, which would be the time we would usually leave if the park was only open till then. We'd stay until close and leave at about 4. What we are hoping, with the benefit of it being open till 8, is that when we do decide to leave a couple of hours, well, a few hours before that, about 4 o'clock, 4:30, that it won't be a mad rush of everybody leaving at the same time, because there'll still be people staying in the park to do the Alton After Dark. So now we're going to, as I say, we're going back through Katanga Canyon, and we're going to head to Smiler. 40-minute wait. But it's a lot busier than I thought it would be. And it's a lot busier than the crowd calendar told us it would be. So the crowd calendar is a liar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Right, so we've come over to the Dark Forest now. It's now 12 o'clock and we've come to the Dark Forest because we're going to give 13 a go, because 13 is the lowest time for any of the roller coasters. The lowest queue time at 25 minutes. So if that is accurate, then we'll be waiting 25 minutes for 13. Rita now has reopened, has got up to 70 minutes. Nemesis Reborn is still closed. Kerry and Albie have gone on to the little cars just the opposite side to the Dark Forest. They've gone on the little cars because Albie's able to go on them for the first time now because their minimum height of 1 metre is 1.05. So we're going to go do 13. That's the Rita queue. So far, not massively impressed. I don't know if the crowd calendar got it massively wrong or if this is what 35% looks like nowadays, but I don't think this is 35%. I'll put the queue times up now from what I took a screenshot a couple of minutes ago, so you'll be able to see what all the queue times are like. And that's at midday, 12 o'clock. 8 hours to go till park closing and 2 hours since park opening. And this is the second Sunday of the season, as I said. And most of the big roller coasters are between sort of 50 and 90 minutes wait. To be honest, we've been spoiled, especially last year. As I say, the year before we was mailing annual pass holders, and we came to Alton Towers 6 times. And then obviously last year we scrapped our mailing annual pass altogether and did other sort of European theme parks such as Efteling. Went to Efteling for the first time in August. And we were just blown away by not just the ride offerings, but the whole atmosphere of the park and the operations. Even the operations at Portaventura was like, it blew Alton Towers operations out the water. So if you sort of look at the reviews for Portaventura and Salou, a lot of people do say that the operations, it's quite well known for the operations being poor at Portaventura, but when we went last May, we thought the operations were so much better than any mailing park, and that says a lot. So I think I did just say to the kids, at some point this year will be our last trip to Alton Towers. We're not going to be coming back again. We're certainly not renewing our mailing annual pass next year, and I don't have any inclination to come back to Alton Towers after this year, after we've exceeded our annual pass expiry date, which is December, I think. Once we've gone past that, that's it. I think we're pretty much done with Alton Towers. We'd rather save the money and the time and the effort and go to European parks. There's loads that we really want to do. I mean, we've got a massive trip coming up in 13 days. Going on a Netherlands mega trip. You might already know about that because I have mentioned it 1 or 2 times on the channel. I have got a video up explaining what we're going to do on the trip, but that is a massive theme park trip. We're going to go to 4 parks in the Netherlands and a water park, and then we're crossing over from the Netherlands into Germany, and we're going to Phantasialand. So we're going to see exactly what those operations are like in those parks, which I'm reckoning that they will also blow Alton Towers out the water operation-wise. So excited about that. 13 days to go. So it's a good thing that we've come to Alton Towers now because we can only improve on that. Okay, we've just come off 13, that was good. It did post a 25-minute wait. I think we was waiting about 35 minutes, but however it is now posting 65. So we got in just in the nick of time, I think, to get to the 35-minute wait, but it's a good little ride. I do like the drop on it, I like the theming of it. I just wish that the actual track part of the ride did a little bit more. I wish there was more bigger drops and maybe a loop-the-loop or something, but I do like 13. I just don't think I'd queue more than 35 minutes for it. I think 35 minutes is the maximum for that, but at least at the minute anyway, surprise surprise, everything at Alton Towers seems to be up and running, which is a surprise. What's your thoughts on 13? Although you've done it before. Can't go wrong. It's good, isn't it?
Best launch coaster at the park.
What?
What? Once you've dropped, there's a backwards launch.
Oh no, but there's Rita right next door. Rita's surely a best launch coaster. Yeah, no, it's good. So, now we're going to head. It's about 12:40, so we've been in the park 2 hours and 40 minutes roughly. About 2.5 hours. And we've done, well, those guys have done Nemesis Reborn, and then we did Case at Alton Manor. And we've now done 13. We're now going to head over to Gangsta Granny, I think, and all do that together. I think that's where Kerry and Albie are now. So we'll go straight over to Gangsta Granny and do a family ride, all of us again. I don't think Albie has ever done Gangsta Granny before, so it'll be a first for him. Let's have a look as well and see what Rita is posting at. Yeah, 60 minutes for 13 now. Let's check the wait times. I'll give you my thoughts a little bit later on Alton Towers. I've already sort of touched upon it by saying that we probably won't come back after this year. 70 minutes for Rita. But I'll go in a little bit more depth about that a little bit later on. Okay, so we've come to Gangsta Granny. Should we go on this one? It's your first time on Gangsta Granny. Or the world of David Williams, but there's not much of a world at the minute. It is basically just this and a little ride there, Raj's Bottom Babe or whatever it's called. And then there's Raj's shop on the corner. There is a Royal Carousel back there. That's where Flavio's ride used to be on the Retro Squad. And that used to be an indoor 4D theatre. It was Ice Age, I think, the last time I saw it. This is in the queue for Gangsta Granny. He's going to go through the little hole in the wall. In the queue. Keep calling. Keep going through. And here he is. Yeah. She's doing it. And she's stuck. You did it. Did you go through the wall? Gangsta Granny posting at 10 minutes.
Royal Majesty, please enjoy the tour.
There we go.
Be on the lookout. Could be anyone.
Albie, did you like Gangsta Granny?
Through the security check.
What?
Again.
You want to go on it again? That means you did like it. Leo never says that he'll go on it again if he really liked it. But sometimes you'll get him on a ride and you'll say, did you like it? And he's like, yeah. And you say, do you want to go on it again? And you're like, no. And you know he didn't. But no, he wants to go on it again, so he likes Gangsta Granny. So I think we're going to see if we can get him on the Raj's Bottom Bit right now. This is the shop when you exit Gangsta Granny ride. Look at all these sweets. So we're now going to try and get Albie, Maisie and Zach on this little bumpy ride, Bottom Bit. They've got on.
Too big for that.
What did you think?
What is that? A cheese sandwich.
Albie, what did you think to that ride?
Did you like that ride? Yeah. It's cheese.
Did you like it? Did it bounce up and down and did you pump? I heard you pumping. One of you did. Okay, these guys have just come off the Raj's Bottom Bit ride and it's now 1:30 and now Oblivion and Galactica are both down, so that's two of the other rides that hadn't already gone down. added to the list. So now I think, as far as I'm aware now, there is only Smiler and Wicker Man that have yet to go down throughout the day. So I don't know how long they've been down for or how long they're going to be down for, but currently on the app it says that Galactica and Oblivion are both down. Most of the rides are between 50 and 70-minute queue. Okay, so we've just arrived in X Sector. Oblivion is closed, or its posting is closed, so we thought we'll take a walk over here. We'll have a look at Smiler to see what the queue time is for Smiler. It does say 50 minutes. We're going to ask him about Single Rider to see how long that roughly is. And we was hopeful that by the time we got over here, Oblivion might have reopened as a small queue. But I don't think that's going to be the case. But that has to be like the craziest coaster here, Smiler. So good. I said before, it's the closest to an American roller coaster that you get here. So yeah, posting at 50 minutes for the normal queue. So we'll have a little look and see if the Single Rider is much different. That just looks like such a great, it's like so intertwined and like it takes up so little space for so much track. It's crazy. But that is 50 minutes. I will ask about Single Rider and see if they can give me a time. Okay, so I asked him about the Single Rider here at Smiler and he said that it's about as long as the normal queue. So to join the Single Rider you'd be looking at 50 minutes as well, so we thought we may as well just join the normal queue. At least we get to queue at the same time and be in the queue together, but 50 minutes for Smiler. But it is one of the best looking roller coasters ever. Like even the ones abroad, like, for looks. I just love how it's all so compact and like, as I said earlier, so much track, all in such a small confined space. And everything sort of twists. It's like a twisted metal pile of junk. It's all sort of twisted together and makes such good use of the space that they've got here, where the old black hole used to be. I do miss the black hole, but it was a good exchange for the Smiler. Smiler. So I put a smiling filter on your face. Smiler. We're inside now. We've been queuing about 20-25 minutes almost. And we're inside at Smiler. That is an awesome ride. That is probably my favourite roller coaster in the UK. It's 14 inversions, so you do go upside down 14 times, so it's a little bit crazy, but awesome ride. Do you like Smiler?
Yeah.
Best ride in the UK, I think. Best roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then you come out into the Smiler shop. But it's sent me off whack a little bit. It's because you go upside down like 14 times. When you come off it, you're like, oof. It takes you a little while to sort of readjust yourself and get back to feeling normal again. But it rattles you about a bit. But it's not like a rough ride. It is fairly smooth, but it's just such a cool ride. It's very much like a proper American coaster. posted a 50-minute wait, but I think we was only queuing for about 30 minutes. So it was nowhere near as bad as we expected. Well worth a 30-minute queue to go on that. That is by far the best ride here in Alton Towers, and in my opinion, it's probably my favourite ride here in the UK. Well, worth waiting for. I mean, just look at that. Just looks so cool. Here's Albie. While we was on Smiler, these guys were in the queue for Postman Pat. Might be Albie's last chance to ride Postman Pat because they are moving this. They're getting rid of it, and I think they're replacing it with a bluey roller coaster. But there he is. He's on Postman Pat. Are you driving? Albie! Albie! Thrilling. Thrilling.
I'm just a bit bigger than a free-range chicken. I'm the real velociraptor, all the other kind of raptors can't touch me. Cause I'm velociraptor, I'm the real velociraptor, the coolest kind of raptor that you'll ever see. Although I'm not mighty and I'm not in a pack, my sharp pointy claws make up for what I lack. Pepper stabbing and jabbing, yeah I can pack a punch. Be careful or I might invite you round for lunch.
Kerry, Maisie and Zach have now decided to go on Oblivion. It's a 35-minute posted wait for Oblivion, so me and Albie have come to In the Night Garden. Thrilling. Keep going, buddy. This is posted as a 20-minute wait for In the Night Garden boat ride. About a 20-minute wait and we're on In the Night Garden boat ride. Is it a good boat ride? Keep your hands in, won't you? And there we are.
We're going to catch the Ninky Nonk.
Whatever.
Here is a house.
Who lives in this house?
Are they in?
Who lives in this house? The Tomley Boos. This is why you come to Alton Towers.
On the floor.
Don't matter about Smiler or Oblivion or Rita or Toxicator. This is what it's all about. In the Night Garden. Okay, so this is thrilling. I don't know what we're going to do after this. I'll ring Kerry and see if they've gone on to Oblivion. That was posting a 35-minute queue, and we've been waiting 20 minutes for this. So by the time we've got off this, they'll probably be close to getting on Oblivion. And then we'll look at the ride times. I think as far as I'm aware right now, there's still only Galactica that's not running. That did close down quite early on in the day and it's not reopened, whereas everything else that was closed down at some point has reopened. So we'll keep you updated on what's closed and what's not throughout the day. I think it's about 3 o'clock now, almost 3 o'clock. Maka paka waka waka.
Maka paka aka yaka ika aka oo. Hum dum aka pang ing and oo. Maka paka aka waka mika maka moo.
Yep.
It's a cousin!
Is it?
Yes!
Yeah.
That's so funny!
Hey! Those guys are still on Oblivion, so after the In the Night Garden boat ride, we're going to now do Go Jetters, which is posted at a 5-minute wait. Albie's got himself a little treat. He's got himself a little CBeebies car, look. Keep going round then, buddy. Quick. 5-minute wait for this. That's the good thing about CBeebies, is that there isn't usually a big queue. Not an insanely massive queue for most things anyway, unless it's half term. You know, like even today being a weekend day. The longest queue I think in CBeebies Land is 25 minutes for the Octonauts coaster. Everything else is less than that.
The statue faces southeast towards the sea. The Greek visitors arrive.
Okay, so we queued for about 5 to 7 minutes for Go Jetters. Got to the very front of the queue and he said, "Oh, sorry guys, it's going to be on some downtime now." I can't tell you how long it's going to be. You're welcome to wait and see, but I can't tell you how long it's going to be. Yeah, he said, oh, I can't tell you how long it's going to be. We've got to wait for some tech guys. And that's it. So we weren't allowed on the ride. So after waiting for it and getting right to the front and him being, I'll be being excited about going on it, we got told no, because there's some downtime on it, whatever that means. He never said there was a problem with it. He said there's some downtime on it. So I don't know if that means there's problems. But that's Alton Towers striking again. It's such a shame. It's got the potential to be such a good park, but the operations of this place are atrocious, as always. Things are always going down. The queue times for the things that are not down are always extensively massive. It's not an enjoyable park anymore as it used to be, which is a massive shame. We've come into the little soft play area next to Go-Go Jetters for Albie to burn off some energy. He's in there somewhere. He's gone over to the slide. I think he's going to go down this big clubhouse slide here. But yeah, I mean, that's happened on so many occasions, not today, but in the past, where you queue for ages. I mean, luckily, that wasn't such a massive queue for Go-Go Jetters, but that could have easily been an hour-long queue, a 70-minute queue, and you get to the front and then they're like, oh, sorry, it's downtime, we're going to have to close it. So, and then you've wasted all that time. But it's a common occurrence now here at Alton Towers, which is a massive shame. But Albie's enjoying the clubhouse now. Where are you?
Come up!
I can't come up there.
No,
Are you going down this one again?
yeah.
This slide? Go on your belly. See how, are you brave? Not brave enough to go head first on your belly though. You're gonna go, that's it, you're gonna try like that. It's not very slippery, is it? Look at that, sky ride is working. I don't think there's anybody on it, is there? Is there anybody in it? I don't think there's anybody in it, but it's working, and that's the first time I've seen it actually moving for 2 years. Well, we didn't even see anything last year because we weren't here, but it wasn't open all season, the season before. So the plan is now to go to Nemesis, because Nemesis is posting a 45-minute queue time, and so is Toxicator. Nemesis Sub-Zero, which is in the same area, is posting a 15-minute wait, so we'll have a look once we get there. I'm just walking through the Haunted Hallows now. There's a little shortcut into Forbidden Valley. So we'll be there shortly. It's just got 3:30. Most rides are still posting between a sort of 35 and 70-minute wait. Most are around the 45-50 mark. So we'll head on to Nemesis, see what the queue's like for that. Okay, so we've just got to Nemesis after it being posted at a 35-minute and then a 45-minute wait. The second we get to it, it went up to 60 minutes. Toxicator is now posting at 45, so we've chose to queue for Toxicator. And it is almost 4 o'clock now. And this is posting at a 45-minute wait. But if we get this done, at least it's the new ride done.
Just jumped in there.
35 minutes now. It's posted as 35.
Commencing centrifugal rotation.
This is the queue system, never seen it before. I mean, the queue system looks alright. I like that they've got the little security guard outfits. That's cool. Okay, so Toxicator has just gone down. Just been an announcement saying they're experiencing technical difficulties. We have been queuing about 25-30 minutes. And now we're just waiting, playing the waiting game to see if it comes back on. I'm not holding out much hope. We'll give it sort of 5-10 minutes max and then we'll have to just leave. But again, this is Alton Towers for you.
Experiencing a temporary delay and have ceased operation. At present, we are unsure of how long the delay may be, but hope to be back in operation soon. Once again, we are experiencing a temporary delay and we hope to recommence our operations soon. Thank you.
Right, okay, so we joined the queue for Toxicator. Earlier on, we came to Toxicator to try and get on the ride. As we went past Nemesis, it closed down. Toxicator closed down, so we gave it a miss. And then for the second time now, we've come to Toxicator. It was okay, it was up and running. We joined the queue, and we was in the queue for about half an hour, 30 minutes or so. And then they announced technical problems for it, so they didn't say how long it was going to be. We thought we'll give it a go, we'll wait and see if it actually gets any better. We waited about 10-15 minutes and then they started testing it, saying it had reopened again. They tested it twice and then without letting anybody else on, they just reclosed it again and said technical issues. So that's 3 closures that Toxicator's done today that we know about. We didn't get on it, so we've spent about 45-50 minutes in that queue. And we've not even managed to get on it, so we've left it now. We've left the queue after the second closure, after just 2 test runs, reclosed. Nemesis Reborn is posting a 35-minute queue, and Nemesis Subterra is posting 10 minutes. So I don't think we're even going to have time for that, so we'll probably just do Subterra and then go meet Kerry and Albie. But that is terrible. That's a massive disappointment about Toxicator. This is the reason why Alton Towers is going downhill. This is the reason why I don't want to be coming back after this year. After our mailing annual pass expires, we won't be coming back to Alton Towers again. It's a massive letdown compared to most of the big European parks and a lot of other UK parks. Even the likes of Flamingo Land and Blackpool Pleasure Beach and things just wipe the floor with operations in terms of comparing it to Alton Towers. This was terrible. Subterra, 10 minutes. So we'll do this to save us wasting our time coming all the way to Forbidden Valley and spending all that time in that queue for nothing. It's a shame, isn't it? So we'll have to come back at some point to do Toxicator, but it's no good holding your breath because you'll run out of breath because it just keeps shutting down. It's terrible. Not good at all. It's going around testing again now, so it might reopen again. But they tested it twice and then closed it straight away again. So I don't know what further tests are going to do now, whether that's going to improve things or not. But it's just, I'll go into a little bit more detail later on. I know I saw, go into a bit more detail later on what I think, but I'm not happy. It's a shame, and I mean, we're mailing annual pass holders, so it's not such a big deal for us. We can come back, but if we'd have paid full price to come for the 1 day only this season, I wouldn't be happy with the queue times, the operations. As I say, pretty much everything, with the exception of Wicker Man. At some point today, in the last 6 hours, everything with the exception of Wicker Man has gone down at some point, at least once. So now we're in Nemesis Subterra, so let's hope that doesn't go down before we get through it. As I say, it's just a 10-minute wait, so we'll do that. And then I think we're going to head toward Marauder's Mayhem, and if that's just a 5-minute wait time like it has been for most of the day, I think we're going to jump on that with Albie and Kerry and then call it a day. Okay, so we've just got off Nemesis Subterra, and that was posted as a 10-minute wait, and it was about a 15-minute wait. It's a good little ride, that good little addition. I'm glad they did bring it back for the release of the Nemesis Reborn roller coaster, because it does tie in well with it, and it also ties in well with Toxicator now. All the theming and the backstory and everything's really good. It's just the operations of the whole place let it down. So we're that's it. I think we're going to call it a day now. We're heading back to the front of the park where the gift shop is to meet with Kerry and Albie, and that's it. We're going to head out of the park. That's our first day in 18 months at Alton Towers, and I've got to say it's a little bit of a disappointment. With regards to the operations and the ride closures. Like I said, loads of rides have been closed at some point today. 2 of the rides that we've been in the queue of have closed down whilst we was in the queue, one of them being Toxicator, and Toxicator closing down twice while we was in the same queue as well after 2 test rides. So that's a massive disappointment. Not happy with that, and it just goes to show that's one of the main reasons we won't be renewing our mailing annual pass, or indeed coming back to Alton Towers after this year, after our annual pass expires. These guys are following me, look. Chatting rubbish.
What?
You chatting rubbish?
Yeah, not really.
What are you chatting about?
How we look in the camera. And also, how do you like never run out of storage?
You two have had a decent day. You two have done Smiler, Oblivion.
Battle Galleons.
Exactly,
Now.
that's why I'm not.
Battle Galleons, yeah. You can get on that without having to queue.
Come on.
The good thing about walking past Battle Galleons is you can smell the hot dogs from next door.
Battle
And they smell real nice. But yeah, that's it. Our first day of this season on its second opening weekend, or its second weekend of opening. Not that impressed. Hope it gets better. We are planning to come again a couple of times this season. Probably one more time before summer, and then hopefully in the summertime we might end up coming and staying over and doing the splash landings as well, which is what we plan to do. But not massively impressed. I didn't think I would be, because I've been to Alton Towers many times before and it's always pretty much the same story. It's very rare you can come to Alton Towers and not have massive queues and ride breakdowns. It's just the way it is now at Alton Towers, which is a shame. So much potential to be such a great theme park. I mean, it is one of the UK's top theme parks. It's not the top theme park in the UK. And it's one of the biggest in Europe, one of the most visited in Europe, and it just doesn't stand up to that hype. It's like such a shame. But as I say, we just won't be renewing our annual passes and we won't be coming back after this year. Done a few rides. We've been here 7 hours now, and I've managed to do a couple of kiddie rides, and I've done Smiler, 13, and what else have I done? Smiler, 13. That's pretty much it, I think, for the big rides, and then a couple of kiddie rides. Case at Alton Manor. Tried to do Toxicator, didn't work. So this is going to conclude, I think, here at the gift shop. I think the reason why Alton Towers probably doesn't do so well with regard to operations is that I don't think they spend enough money on staff. Maybe it's because the staff aren't trained well enough, and a lot of the technical issues, as they call it, are from staff errors and maybe not pressing the right buttons at the right time, maybe not doing certain checks that they should be doing. I mean, they can't blame the actual hardware, the ride, because other theme parks have the same style rides made by the same people and they don't have the issues. They can't blame the UK weather or anything like that, because other UK parks don't have those same issues. It's just mailing in Alton Towers in particular have very bad operations, and I don't know why. If you know why, let me know. But yeah, that's quite a disappointing day. As I say, the 2 bigger kids have done alright. Albie's done alright for himself. He's done a lot of the kiddie rides. He's spent a good couple of hours now in CBeebies Land, while we've been trying to get on Toxicator a couple of times. and doing Nemesis Subterra. But that's it, that's the end of our first day of this season back at Alton Towers. If you enjoyed the video, please do pop a like on it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got lots more content coming up. As I mentioned earlier, we've got a massive vlog series coming up from the Netherlands with some awesome parks and hopefully much better operations. From what we know of already in the Netherlands, the operations are 100 times better than here at Alton Towers. So please do subscribe to catch all that, and comment down below what you think of Alton Towers this season. If you've already been, comment what your thoughts are and what your experiences are of Alton Towers this season or any other. I'm interested to know. So thank you very much for watching, and from the second opening weekend at Alton Towers, which was a bit of a disappointment, especially with Toxicator, we will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, see you later, bye bye.